For centuries, people believed the greatest civilizations of the ancient world existed only in Egypt, Greece, or Rome. But hidden across Africa lie discoveries so extraordinary. They forced historians to rewrite history itself. Imagine cities built without cement, massive churches carved from a single mountain, hundreds of forgotten pyramids, and an ancient observatory older than Stonehenge. These aren't myths. They're real places, built more than 2,000 years ago. And somehow, many people have never even heard of them. Today, we're uncovering 5 ancient African discoveries that continue to astonish archaeologists. And the discovery at number 1 completely changed what the world believed about ancient Africa. Let's begin. Number 5. Beni Hasan. Imagine standing before an enormous cliff rising above the Nile Valley. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary mountain, but hidden inside are dozens of chambers carved directly into solid limestone nearly 4,000 years ago. These aren't natural caves, they're tombs, built for powerful governors during Egypt's Middle Kingdom. Step inside, and something remarkable appears. The walls are covered with colorful paintings that have survived for thousands of years. Not scenes of war, not kings sitting on golden thrones. Instead, they show ordinary life. Farmers harvesting crops, wrestlers competing in ancient tournaments, hunters crossing the desert, musicians performing for noble families. It's almost like opening a window into everyday life 4,000 years ago. One painting in particular has fascinated historians for generations. It shows a group of foreign travelers entering Egypt. Their clothing, their animals, even the gifts they carried, were painted in incredible detail. Today, that single artwork has become one of the most valuable historical records from ancient Egypt, because it reveals how different civilizations met, traded, and influenced one another long before the modern world existed. But despite its importance, Beni Hasan remains one of Egypt's least visited archaeological treasures. Its paintings continue helping historians answer questions that written records never could. And that's only number 5. Because our next discovery isn't hidden inside a mountain. It's hidden beneath the desert. Before we continue, if you enjoy exploring forgotten civilizations, lost cities, and the greatest mysteries of ancient history, make sure to subscribe. Every week, we uncover incredible places that most history books barely mention. Now, let's travel even further back in time. Thousands of years before the pyramids reached their greatest glory, our next destination takes us deep into the Egyptian desert, where archaeologists discovered a mysterious stone circle that may be one of humanity's oldest observatories. Long before the pyramids, long before Stonehenge, and thousands of years before written history, people gathered in one of the harshest deserts on Earth. This place is known as Nabta Playa. Today, it looks like nothing more than an empty stretch of sand, hot, dry, and completely lifeless. But around 7,000 years ago, this desert looked very different. Seasonal lakes covered the land, grasslands stretched across the horizon, and small communities lived here, raising cattle, hunting, and watching the skies. Then archaeologists made an astonishing discovery. Hidden beneath the sand, they uncovered a circle of carefully placed stones. At first glance, it seemed simple, but after careful study, they realized the stones weren't placed randomly. Some align perfectly with the rising sun during the summer solstice. Others appear to mark important stars, suggesting these ancient people were studying the heavens thousands of years before many famous civilizations even existed. Some researchers believe Nabta Playa may be one of the world's earliest astronomical calendars, a place where ancient communities tracked the changing seasons, predicted rainfall, and organized their lives around the movement of the sky. Imagine that, people living in the middle of the Sahara, using the stars as their calendar, more than 6,000 years ago. It completely changed what historians believed about prehistoric Africa, because it proved these early societies possessed knowledge far beyond what anyone had imagined. But our next discovery takes us somewhere even more unbelievable, not beneath the desert, but carved directly into solid rock. Our next journey takes us to Ethiopia. Number 3. Lalibela. Imagine arriving at a mountain, expecting to see an ancient church standing on top. Instead, you find something impossible. There is no building above the ground. The church is below your feet, entirely carved into solid rock, not built stone by stone, not assembled over time, carved downward from a single massive block of volcanic rock. 11 enormous churches, connected by hidden tunnels, narrow passageways, and ancient courtyards. From above, they almost disappear into the landscape, as if the mountain itself is hiding them. Historians believe these extraordinary churches were created more than 800 years ago, during the reign of King Lalibela. According to tradition, he wanted to create a new Jerusalem, after pilgrims could no longer safely travel to the Holy Land. Even today, millions of worshippers continue visiting these remarkable churches, not only because of their history, but because they remain active places of worship. Imagine the skill required. Thousands of workers, using only simple hand tools, removing countless tons of solid rock without modern machinery. One mistake could have destroyed years of work, yet somehow they succeeded. And standing inside these churches today, it's almost impossible to believe they were carved by hand. But incredible as Lalibela is, our next discovery reveals an entire civilization that many people outside Africa have never even heard of. Our next journey takes us to the ancient kingdom of Kush, where hundreds of forgotten pyramids still rise from the Sudanese desert. Hidden beneath the blazing sun of Sudan stands one of Africa's greatest forgotten civilizations, Meroe. At first glance, the landscape looks almost unbelievable. Pyramid after pyramid after pyramid, stretching across the desert. Most people know Egypt for its pyramids, but very few realize that Sudan actually contains more pyramids than Egypt, more than 200 of them, built by the rulers of the ancient kingdom of Kush. Unlike Egypt's massive pyramids, these were smaller, steeper, and uniquely African in design. For centuries, Meroe was one of the richest cities in Africa. It controlled trade routes connecting Central Africa, Egypt, and the Mediterranean world. Gold, ivory, iron, and exotic goods passed through this remarkable kingdom. The people of Kush became so powerful that they even ruled Egypt for a time. Yet today, many people have never even heard their name. How could an entire civilization, with hundreds of pyramids, almost disappear from history? That question still fascinates archaeologists today. But as extraordinary as Meroe is, Our final discovery completely changed what historians believed about ancient Africa. Our final journey takes us to southern Africa. Number 1. Great Zimbabwe. Imagine walking through enormous stone walls, some rising over 30 feet high. Not a single drop of mortar holds them together. No cement, no concrete, just millions of perfectly balanced granite stones, built more than 700 years ago. For generations, many European explorers refused to believe Africans had built this city. Some claimed it must have been constructed by foreigners. Others invented impossible stories, simply because they couldn't accept the truth. But archaeology proved them wrong, completely. Great Zimbabwe was built by the ancestors of the Shona people. Using extraordinary engineering skills, they created one of the largest cities in medieval Africa. At its peak, more than 15,000 people lived here. The city controlled a powerful trade network, connecting Africa with merchants from Arabia, India, and even China. Glass beads, Chinese porcelain, and foreign coins discovered at the site revealed just how connected this civilization truly was. Today, Great Zimbabwe stands as powerful evidence that advanced civilizations flourished across Africa long before European contact. It didn't rewrite just one chapter of history. It forced historians to rethink an entire continent. From mysterious stone circles buried beneath the Sahara, to churches carved into solid rock, forgotten pyramids, hidden tombs, and magnificent stone cities, Africa holds some of the greatest archaeological discoveries on Earth. Many are older than 2,000 years. Many continue revealing new secrets. And perhaps the greatest discoveries are still waiting beneath the sand. If you enjoyed this journey through Africa's forgotten past, make sure to subscribe for more documentaries uncovering the world's greatest ancient mysteries, and tell us in the comments, which of these discoveries surprised you the most, and which ancient civilization should we explore next?